Now, if ever there's been a good time to be a Marvel fan, I would say it's just about now, because not only do we have a great stream of fantastic big screen content coming from the studios, we have some brilliant shows on the small screen to enjoy. Next on the list is Oscar Isaac and Ethan Hawke in Moon Knight.
Hello, and welcome to Staying Awake.
I have a sleeping disorder. I can't tell the difference between my waking life and dreams.
Hello, and welcome to Staying Awake.
Hello, Tim from Screen OD here. I hope you are doing well. Thanks for tuning in. I hope you're having a great day already. It's about to get better because we are going to talk about the latest installment of the MCU. It's the 6th TV series in the MCU, and of course it's part of Phase 4 of the Marvel Cinematic Universe. We are of course talking about Moon Knight, and before we do, just a reminder, if you love TV and film, why not subscribe to the channel and hit the like button, and you can share the love with other people who love this type of content all across the YouTube universe and perhaps beyond. Okay, so what's this all about? Well, Stephen Grant is a man who lives in London. He lives alone and he has some problems, it's fair to say. He straps himself to his bed at night so that he doesn't sleepwalk, and he doesn't like to go to sleep because bad things happen when he does, and we'll find out a little bit more about that in a while. He works in a gift shop in a museum in central London, and he spends a lot of his time on his own or talking to people who aren't really listening. His life isn't particularly fulfilling, and it's about to get a whole lot worse.
I can't tell the difference between life and dreams.
Thank you.
Lost the contact lens.
Hope you find it.
Thanks.
And that's not just because of the voices in his head that he's hearing, which are telling him things that he doesn't quite understand. It's because the problems that he has aren't just the problems that he has to deal with. He also has to deal with the problems of Marc Spector, who is an ex-army marine and now mercenary, who keeps appearing in flashbacks in Stephen's world. In fact, Stephen is him when these flashbacks happen.
Embrace the chaos.
And what's worse, not only does he have to deal with what is apparently dissociative identity disorder, he also has to deal with the fact that when he is Marc Spector, he has absolutely no control over what happens. He has flashbacks and people die. He has flashbacks and bad things have happened. Now, that's not a place that a mild-mannered person who works in a gift shop in a London museum wants to be. And yes, just when you thought it couldn't get any worse, it can, because there is a religious zealot called Arthur Harrow, who's played by Ethan Hawke, who seems to be fulfilling the will of a mysterious Amet, and there are Egyptian gods in the background who are very angry and are not going to settle for a simple sorry. And that's the setup of the first episode, which focuses very much on Stephen. This is a quite confusing, quite dark, quite twisty kind of first episode. It's one that leaves you with lots more questions to ask than it does give you answers. It feels in some ways a bit like the first episode of WandaVision, which is obviously another TV series from the MCU, where you are given a lot of things that you don't quite understand to play with, but you feel like they're about to unravel quite quickly once they do. At the heart of episode 1 is the performance of Oscar Isaac, which is really something that you will enjoy. He brings a humour but also a humanity to a character who clearly is troubled and really doesn't understand what is going on. Now, I'm sure as the series goes on, there will be more that hardcore Marvel fans can start to read into what's going on that connects it perhaps to the universe. But one thing that strikes you almost straight away is that this is quite standalone in its feel. You don't feel like you need to know much about Marvel or the whole world that surrounds it in order to enjoy it. And in fact, I think that someone who's never seen anything to do with the Marvel universe could come in and watch this first episode especially and really enjoy it for what it is.
There's chaos in you.
We mentioned him earlier, but it is worth mentioning him again because Ethan Hawke, although we don't see a great deal of him in episode 1, is definitely a baddie who's got more going on than just wanting to cause trouble for the sake of it. And you can tell that this is a character that is going to be layered, and there's going to be lots of those layers peeled away as this series goes on. We're going to find out more about what is going on and his relationship with the bigger baddies that he is clearly serving. Should I watch Moon Knight if I'm a Marvel fan, I hear you say? Well, the answer, of course, is yes. And even if it was no, you would go and watch it anyway. So I wouldn't even dare to try and stop you. Yes, it is quite different to some of the other MCU TV shows, but I think that that's a good thing. It's nice to mix it up, especially as there's so much content being made by the studio. Should I watch Moon Knight if I'm not a Marvel fan, I hear you say? Well, I think the answer to that is yes. And again, would you have watched this far through this video if you weren't going to even try it and you're not a Marvel fan? I think not. No, this is a series that does have something in it for the non-Marvel fan, especially episode 1. I think you'll find it gripping, you'll find it intriguing, and you'll find it humorous in places. So do go and give it a try. You can watch Moon Knight now on Disney+. So why don't you go and do it? Okay, so that's it. Thanks so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, why not hit that like button and share the love with other people on YouTube. Of course, if you want to find out more about what we do, why not subscribe to the Screen OD channel and you'll get the greatest TV and movies content direct to your feed. Yes, you have to do nothing. It just comes straight to you. Hit that bell icon and you will not miss a thing. Of course, you can go and check out some of our other videos now if you're looking for great things to watch. Okay, thanks so much again for watching, and until next time, we'll see ya.